You know, it's funny, according to the media, a video game can create a killer, yet I've never seen games like Madden or Gran Turismo be given credit for creating a great NASCAR driver or an NFL champion. Gotta love that media bias, huh? Now, first off, we have an update on the PlayStation 4, and whether or not they will be blocking YouTube uploads. And the answer is no, they will not. They finally broke the silence and decided to tell us all what was up, and they have decided to allow us to do a firmware update that will be issued either before release or after. It has not been confirmed whether it will be before release or after, but this is good and bad news. Now, the good news is people will be able to record from their PlayStation 4 to upload to make reviews, let's plays, etc. on YouTube. That was the main concern people had, and it has been addressed. However, it should be noted that putting the blockers in place in the first place was very quote-unquote Microsoft of them. And much like Microsoft's Xbox One, the restriction was only lifted after gamers lifted their voice and said, no, I don't think so. This proves, much like Microsoft, there were definitely backroom talks between them as to how to block these things, and we caught it. They wanted to rip our rights away like an overly tight top. Well, not today, gentlemen. Well done, gamer community. Another restriction has been lifted from the console gamers, and that is fantastic news for us all. Every single member of the community who stood up and said no, give yourself a pat on the back, because this is all thanks to you. It's not thanks to people like me. It's not thanks to websites like IGN. It's thanks to all of us working in concert to make things happen. Moving on, we have more GTA 5 to talk about. Now, this release was huge. It's already made at least $1 billion, and that's incredible. However, with great success does seem to come controversy for Rockstar, with many people calling for boycotts of the game or for Rockstar to censor their content.
With the first link, the chain is forged. The first speech censored, the first thought forbidden, the first freedom denied, chains us all irrevocably. Those words were uttered by Judge Aaron Satie as wisdom and warning. The first time any man's freedom is trodden on, we're all damaged.
And that's where I stand. If you don't like something or if something offends you, then don't partake. But it is not your right to tell anyone what they can watch, what they can show, or what they can create based on your morality. You follow your moral code, and that's fantastic for you, but you're not allowed to push it on the entire community. Now, next up, we move to something I didn't think I'd ever actually say. I have to extend congratulations to Electronic Arts for doing it right. Now, what I'm talking about is there's a DLC coming out for the SimCity game. This is a Red Cross DLC. It allows Red Cross vehicles and Red Cross people to be placed in the game. Now, they're going to be using this DLC not to line their own pockets, surprisingly, but to line the coffers of the Red Cross. Now, I'm a big supporter of the Red Cross, and I'm sure many of you are as well, and they'll be giving 80% of the profits from this DLC, which is basically the 20% will probably cover cost. So they're looking at all the actual profits will be going to the Red Cross as opposed to in their own pocket. For any company, that would be great, but for Electronic Arts, who is known for being very stingy when it comes to money, that's incredible. It's a very good step in a very good direction for them. Now, I'm not sure if this can be accredited to their new CEO or not. However, whether it's a company I don't like or a company I do like, I will give credit where credit is due. Electronic Arts, I salute you. That doesn't mean soon enough I won't have something else to bitch about when it comes to them, but for right now, they're doing it right. Now, finally, we have our channel suggestion, and this week is a channel that I'm going to wager all of you probably already know about. And that channel is
Angry Joe! Angry Joe is Angry Joe!
Angry Joe is the best of us, literally. He's a gamer, he's a reviewer, he's a Let's Player, and more than that, he is someone who the industry actually looks to when they're talking to gamers. He goes to places like E3, he goes to places like Comic-Con, even though he's a quote-unquote little guy, when you compare him to giant developers. And on top of that, his YouTube channel and his own website have a huge following, as he calls his fans the Angry Army, are now 1 million strong, meaning he has more people in his army than I believe most actual militaries. And I have no doubt that he and his Angry Army did more than most of us to raise awareness of the most recent attacks on gamers' rights. Angry Joe, thank you for all you do for all of us. On the off chance you don't know who he is, I will put a link to his channel in the description. I highly advise you check him out. Until next week, my name is Vega Goose saying, we're all stories in the air. Make yours a good one, and I'll see you next week.